Happy Tuesday, everyone. Welcome back to my YouTube channel, Living Crowned and Confident with T. Marie. Of course, I'm T. And today's is a little bit more, I guess, personal. I wouldn't even really say personal. It's a little bit more of a, when you see it, when you hear it, you're going to know it's for you. And you're also going to know who to send it to. God's going to give it to you, who to send it to. And he's also going to tell you if it's for you or if it's not for you. It's something that I'm pretty sure he's been tugging at you and nudging at you. So today's Devote Your Day, and how you can devote your day for today is to evict the enemy. And that's why I said you're going to know that it's for you when you listen to it, when you see it, when you hear it. You're going to know that it's for you by reading the title of it, by reading the description, by the scriptures, by listening. And as you listen, if it's not for you, ask God, who do you need to direct it to? Who do you need to direct it to if it's not for you? So I'm going to start with the scriptures, and then I'm just going to go in and give you what he gave me to give to you. And I'm going to be completely honest. When he gave me this, I instantly thought of women. Not to leave the men out, but when God gave me this, I instantly thought of women. Because if you look at the church, I was listening to a YouTube the other day, and the lady was speaking about, it was This Girl Has Oil, and I will tag that in the description. But she was going through her Holy Week, and it was, I believe, day 4 or 5. And the lady that was speaking was, I can't, forgive me because I can't remember her name, but the lady that was speaking was basically talking about how if women were to abandon the church, and these were her words, if women were to abandon the church, we wouldn't have a church, because women is who keeps the church going. That's not to leave the men out who are in the church that are keeping the church going, but women are the ones that are picking it up. Women are the ones that are going along with it. Women are the ones that are accepting the call. So if women were to let go, if women were to be sucked in by the enemy, if women were to open the door to the enemy, we wouldn't have a church. If we were to just abandon the church, we wouldn't have a church. Like I said, I will link that in the description box, because I don't want to take credit for something that I didn't say. I want to give her full credit. So, yeah. Sorry, guys. I ate something this morning after I brushed my teeth, and that's what's on my tongue. So, yeah. So the scriptures for today is, there's 3 of them. So when God gave it to me, I knew that he was being intentional when he gave this to me. And I've been sitting on it for a couple of days now, just to make sure that this is what he wanted me to say. Because usually I'll come on and I'll record, and then I'll just come right on and post it. But this has been something that I've been sitting on for a couple of days now. So it's very intentional. Devote your day by evicting the enemy. So the 3 scriptures that he gave me is 2 Corinthians 10 and 5. These are all NLT versions, by the way. We destroy every proud obstacle that keeps people from knowing God. We capture their rebellious thoughts and teach them to obey God. So what that scripture is saying is that we don't just sit back. We as the church, we as followers of Christ, we as someone who is in the foundation of Christ, we don't just sit back and watch the enemy take control. We teach them how to get out of that bondage, and we also teach them how to stay out of that bondage. Or at least that's what we should be doing. The second scripture is Luke 10 and 19. Look, I have given you, and this is Jesus talking, by the way. Look, I have given you the authority over all the power of the enemy. So the enemy might have the power, but you have the authority to trample over top of that power, because Jesus has imparted that authority into you, because he is giving you that authority, because he sees you worthy of that authority. He deems you worthy of that authority. So look, I have given you the authority over all the power of the enemy, and you can walk among snakes and scorpions and crush them. Nothing will injure you. Think about that. If you're walking through a garden full of snakes and scorpions, you're not going to naturally walk through there and not be fearful. But if you're walking through there with God on your side, if you're walking through there and you're visually seeing these scorpions and these snakes, but you're in your spirit. Now you're visualizing these in your flesh, but you're thinking in your spirit. You're walking in the spirit. You're walking with God on your side. You're walking with the power, with the authority that Jesus has imparted into you. You're walking with all of that. You can trample over top of anything. And then the third scripture is James 4:7. So humble yourselves before God, resist the devil, and he will flee. So that's all you have to do is be humble, resist the devil, and he's going to flee. Think about if you're arguing with somebody, and if you are just arguing with them, or if they're just arguing, and they have to have fuel in the fire. So think about that. Think about that. And as you think about that throughout the day, I just want to encourage you to get the enemy out of your bed. Get him out of your bed. Get him out of your head. Get the enemy away from you, and know that you can trample over him. Know that God has given you the authority to trample over top of him. He might have the power, but you have the authority, and that trumps everything. So today, you can devote your day by evicting the enemy. I love you all, and have an amazing day.